Well, howdy, 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 everyone. Teresa here, and
Brad.
just Brad.
Brad.
Merry Christmas, Brad.
Ho ho. It's Brad the ho ho.
It's Brad the Ho-Ho. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I want to say that first and foremost. And before we forget about it, let's light a candle for our loved ones that have passed on, or people that just are no longer in our life. I think that's important to do, and that way it kind of symbols the flame that they're still with us in heart. And so I lit my candle for my loved ones that have passed on and people that have passed on that I loved. Yeah, this is a candle I get from Dollar General, and it is Tahitian vanilla, vanilla sugar, and coconut vanilla. And it's striped. It's a single wick. Anyway, got that lit. And I just wanted to come on here and wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. If you're like us, and I'm talking to a demographic age basically of 50 and above. I'm not trying to not include my younger audience and friends, because you guys know I love you. But Christmases are not ever going to be the same as we age as they were when we were younger. And I think the sooner that we realize that and come to terms with it, the better. Because, we lose loved ones as we age. And families fracture and split apart. So a lot of us feel kind of, we still love the holiday and everything it symbols, but then as it comes, we're kind of pretty much over it as the day comes. And that's kind of, we had a beautiful Christmas. I gave Brad we exchanged stocking. We didn't really think about it, and I grabbed his stocking probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to put the stuff in it, and so he got mine, and then he surprised me, and we exchanged them right then. And then I couldn't stand it. I wanted him to open the surprise gift, that the only thing he didn't know he was getting, and that was a drone. And it's just a mini drone. It was an inexpensive one, and it did come with extra batteries. It's a beginner level, and it's something he will really enjoy. Being from Wyoming, when you would buy like remote-controlled helicopters and such, it's really kind of fertile because of the wind normally blows so hard there, and of course the frigid temperature. But so I got him that. He's going to really have a lot of fun with it. Hopefully we'll be able to get some good footage to share with you guys of some areas that we haven't really got to see. There's a whole new perspective getting to see it from air. So he's excited about it, aren't you, honey?
I am.
He's been charging up the batteries and stuff. So yeah. And then I made my 7-layer dip last night.
That was so good.
Yeah. I had a little bit of a hard time yesterday. I will admit that I slept for a portion of it. Brad was working a 12-hour shift and stuff. And, I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not whining or anything. I had my cry, and then I told myself to stop crying. And I do that. But here's the 7-layer dip I made. And it's just refried beans. I mix refried beans with salsa and put it on the bottom, and then I cook, the hamburger, and I put taco seasoning, dry packet of taco seasoning in it, mix it really well. And then I put, what did I put next? I'm trying to think. I put a layer of cheese. You wait for the hamburger to cool down. A layer of whatever kind of cheese you want. Pepper jack would be good. And all this depends on how spicy you want it. I used a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar because that's what I had on hand, shredded. Then I put guacamole and sour cream, and I put some, it's similar to the Taco Bell taco sauce, but I think it's Ortega. So I put that over it. Then I put shredded lettuce, really finely shredded and kind of diced, and tomatoes and onions, and then another layer of cheddar cheese, and then black olives. And then I just throw it in the fridge and I let it chill for at least a good 4 hours. And I've always made for Christmas Eve because typically you'd have people stopping in and out on Christmas Eve, and people getting off work late and stuff. So it's something that, like I said before, serves up really nicely with tortilla chips. And I always make a lot more than we need because Brad likes to snack on it. So do I the next day. So that's what I did. And
only make it once a year.
I only make it once a year normally. Yeah.
But Brad said it is sad voice.
Did you hear that? Brad said in his sad voice. Well, I couldn't make it twice a year.
Oh, okay.
I can make it for your birthday.
That's very true.
Well, do you not want me to make it?
No. Anytime you want to make it, I'm more than thrilled.
But, and then somebody woke me up this morning because him wanted to open presents. And, well, we got up about 10, and my sister-in-law got me the most beautiful gift, which was, it was called Coffee Beans Around the World.
I think so.
And it was from 4 different continents.
Bean box.
Bean box. Yeah, it's bean box here. This is what she got me. And it's 4 packets from each continent, 4 from Southeast Asia, 4 from Africa. And 4 from North and Central America, South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia. And 4 packets of each kind that you grind. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then they got Brad a man crate, and it had all kinds of different barbecue stuff. The coolest thing that Brad really loved was it has this heavy metal box for your wood chips and for when you're grilling. So that's going to be really nice to be able to get that nice smoky flavor and stuff. It has all kinds of rubs and barbecue sauce and neat stuff. So it was really neat getting a gift from a family member. That was really fun to exchange gifts. And I was just kind of blown away by that. And then Brad made monkey balls or monkey bread for Christmas morning. And
call it?
Monkey balls.
Oh, yeah.
And, and we used the canned biscuits. It's easier that way, and it turned out really nice. And then I took a nap, and he came in, took a nap too, and then I got up, called Linda, and talked to her for a bit, and then I fiddle-farted around, and I decided it was time to wake him up, because he's cooking the sauce right now. He's making the sauce. We just do it an easy way. We just bought a couple jars of spaghetti sauce, and then we doctor them up. The big jars or cans of the Hunt spaghetti sauce is only $1. So, I mean, you really can't beat it. It's a much cheaper way to go. And he spices it up. We add onions and fresh mushrooms to it, and sausage and hamburger cooked, and then oven-ready lasagna noodles and a shit ton of cheese. We don't use ricotta cheese. We just don't like it, but we use a shit ton of mozzarella. We use a little bit of cheddar.
Is shit ton a professional cooking word?
Yes, it is.
Very good.
It is a shit ton of cheese. If you like my brother-in-law, Francis, the man does not like cheese. I don't understand this. And I've heard of this phenomenon that a few people in the world don't like cheese. He happens to be one of them. He would not like to be here. I'd have to make him a special dish with no cheese. But I would do that for him.
That just ain't right.
I know. Can you believe the man does not like cheese? Like, I'd have to make him a special dish of the 7-layer dip without cheese. But, So that's what we're doing right now.
Like, he was dropping a whole bunch of times on his head as a baby.
Excuse me, water. Try and get my water in. He might have been. I'm going to tell him you said that.
Okay.
But besides that, we're pretty much over Christmas, like you guys probably are. And kind of gets a peaceful feeling because you think I survived another Christmas season. Now they'll start with all the New Year stuff, which we really don't care about. That doesn't bother us. And I noticed they've already started all the like Slim Fast ads and all that. As you're sitting there eating your chocolate and whatnot. Brad got me, we got an air fryer. Of course, we have to send it back because it doesn't heat up. We got it from Amazon, and it had really good ratings, so there is, like, no problem sending it back, and they're sending one to replace it. We got a Blu-ray player, an inexpensive one for the bedroom, but we got to get coax.
HDMI cable.
That, yeah, okay. And then we just got each other small stuff, and besides the painting and that I made him, and drone, I got him some cologne, kind of a traditional thing. I get him this one type, the bod cologne, he really likes, and I usually get that for him every year because it comes like usually in a 4-pack. This year with a 5-pack, and which is another thing I love about Walmart. If they're out of something, I wanted to get the 4-pack of the body spray for Brad, and they were out of it, so they, at the same price, they gave me the 5-pack. So, did that, and, oh, I got him some Hickory Farm, a gift pack, because he loves sausage and stuff. You know, and then besides that, I got him a little bit of candy. You know, Hershey's Hugs and stuff. Hershey's Kisses. You gotta have some of those. So, and he got me a blanket because I'm gonna make that weighted blanket. And because we live in Florida, I didn't want to do a 2-sided blanket because, you know, it gets warm here. So I needed a blanket, and yeah, we have all kinds of blankets, but I thought it'd just be nice to have a new one. So we got this. Oh, they gave me a king size, honey.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I got this blanket, and for one surface, and on the other side, I'm going to use a flat sheet. And you know, and you put those together, and then you're going to make. I'll do a whole thing on it. You're going to make your section, and then you're going to add the poly pellets and stuff. So anyway. That, and then he got me a universal hard-sided sewing case cover, and it's all, you know, clamped down and stuff. Gonna fit that brother so nice. So my sewing machine will be protected, because if you're like me, and unless you do a lot of sewing and you have room to have your sewing machine left up all the time, you got to lift that sewing machine on and off your table and stuff. You don't want to get damaged, and also you don't want to get all the dust and stuff in there. So this is perfect. Great. You know, so I'm very happy about that. You know, and then he usually gets me some cologne, and he usually gets me either a pair of slipper or a fuzzy pair of socks, which he did, and I love those. And it was just a very nice Christmas. Low key, you know, just nice. You know, no, I didn't hear we didn't hear from our children, and, you know, it is what it is, and, that's all I got to say about that. But we feel like we're in a good place, and, you know, I have to say that life is very much a learning lesson. About the time I learn a lesson in life, it's like when I really started to enjoy high school, it was about the last 6 months of it. You know, when I found my comfort zone and stuff there. And, yeah, life is very interesting to me, because there's so many different dimensions that you never thought you'd see the viewpoint on this or the viewpoint on that, you know, and stuff. And, you know, for all of you that are hurting out there, I want you to know you're not alone. And look at it this way, that Christmas is just another day. Don't let it ruin. And if you sit there thinking that you're unloved and uncared for, you're not. Because many, many of us out there do love you and care about you. I had my crying time last night. I had to tell myself to stop crying. I had my ugly cry. I blessed Brad, and I did it about an hour before he got home. He knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It happens every year. It's not as severe each year. It gets a little less and a little less. But, you know, just because you miss people that you love, that for whatever reason don't you know, communicate or anything, and you know, what your heart wants it can't have, and then you miss people that have passed, of course, and animals that have passed, and you know, you sit there and you have your little pity party, and then I tell myself out loud to stop crying, and I was mad at myself. I'm like, and I'm like, stop crying. Glad nobody was home, because I'm like, stop your crying. You know, Brad's laughing at me.
Yes,
And then I started laughing because Nixie came over. She didn't like it when I cry. And she was like licking the tears off my little chubby cheeks and stuff. And then I started laughing because, you know, she's like, you know, so. But got that out of the way. You know, my heart needed to do that. And then I'm like, thinking to myself, I was drinking. This is a water bottle I use every day to make sure I drink at least a full one of these. It's 65. Oh no, it's 50.7 fluid ounces. Plus I drink a lot of other stuff. But I mean, like coffee and stuff. But you know, make sure I drink at least one of those. And I'm like, I should put something on Facebook about it. It's good to make sure that you stay hydrated if you're crying. But I didn't. Yeah. They want them to come cart me away or something. So, but anyway, you're not alone. And, you know, it's okay to say F Christmas and just watch whatever you want to watch, or have a little bit of Christmas. Like, I'm over Christmas now, okay? I'm over it. If I had my way, I'd be taking down decorations tonight. I don't do that because Mr. Heidi really doesn't want to take down the decorations right tonight. Anyway, he has to work tomorrow. I'll probably start working on that. You know, well, we'll probably take them down pretty soon, because, not tonight, but
probably Sunday.
Probably Sunday. I can't stand to have the stuff up very long, because I just want my house back, you know, with all the decorations gone. So anyway, it's been a good one, and I hope everybody did have as merry of a Christmas as you can, and, you know, remember, it's just another day. It's no use getting so upset. And I know it's easier to say that when you're not sitting there crying, because if you would have told me that when I was crying, I would have been, I know, but, you know. And while Mr. Heidi is out rearranging and breaking things out of the kitchen, don't set everything up high, please. See? He can't even see everything. He sets it up so high.
I can see it.
Well, I can't reach it, though.
Well, yes, but, sweetie.
Yes?
Sure.
That's, you know, that's not nice to say to me on Christmas.
But, sweetie.
What?
It's true.
This is supposed to be a magical time. Don't tell me about how short I am.
Okay. Think elves.
You know what?
They're short.
Not the big elf.
Okay. Think,
Easy there, Spanky.
what, sweetie?
You know what? You guys see, the minute he knows that Santa Claus is done with doing her shit, he's gonna be naughty, okay?
Doing her shit.
Doing her shit, okay? He's gonna be all naughty now. Why?
Well, I don't know.
You're naughty.
Because I'm smarter than doing it before Santa Claus does all her shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See? Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go off of here. Remember that I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so much. And we survived another Christmas. And it'll go on. It'll go on. Okay? It's over for a whole nother year. Woohoo! Right, honey?
Right, baby.
So, I will talk to you later. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Tell everybody ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Don't call them hoes.
Why not?
'Cause, bye.